Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video lecture, I'm going to discuss last 10 year asked question from teaching aptitude. We all know that last year asked question plays a major role to qualify any exam. So please go through these questions and I'm sure that it will help you to score high. So let's start.
In this series, the very first question I have taken is a person can enjoy teaching as a profession when he options are has control over students, commands respect from students, is more qualified than his colleague, or is very close to higher authority. Which one will be correct? Here the correct answer will be option number B. A teacher can enjoy teaching as a profession when he commands respect from his student. Okay. Next question is, which one is the highest order of learning? Chain learning, problem solving learning, stimulus response learning, or condition reflex learning? Here the right answer will be condition reflex learning. Next question is, instructional aids are used by teacher to glorify the class, attract the students, clarify the concepts, or ensure discipline. So here the right answer will be clarify the concepts. Instructional aids are used by teachers to clarify the concepts. Okay, now come to the next question. Diagnostic evaluation ascertains. Options are students' performance at the beginning of instructions, learning progress and failure during instructions, degree of achievements of instructions at the end, or causes and remedies of persistent learning problems during instructions. Which one will be correct? So here the right answer will be option number D, causes and remedies of persistent learning problems during instruction. In diagnostic evaluation, we find out the causes and remedies of persistent learning problems during instructions. Okay. Now we come to the next question. Next question is, maximum participation of students during teaching is possible through lecture method, demonstration method, inductive method, or textbook method. Which one will be correct? Here the right answer will be demonstration method. Maximum participants of students during teaching is possible through demonstration method. A demonstration method is a teaching method used to communicate an idea with the aid of visuals such as flip charts, posters, PowerPoint. A demonstration is the process of teaching someone how to make or do something in a step-by-step process. Okay, that's why it is the best method of teaching. Now come to the next question. Which of the following is not a prescribed level of teaching? Memory, understanding, reflective, or differentiation. Which one will be correct? So here the right answer will be differentiation. Differentiation is not a prescribed level of teaching. Okay, now come to the next question. Education is the manifestation of perfection already in man, was stated by, and here the right answer is Swami Vivekananda. Okay, Swami Vivekananda had said that education is the manifestations of perfection already in man. Okay, now come to the next question. Attitude of the teacher that affects teaching pertains to, options are affective domain, cognitive domain, cognitive domain, or psychomotor domain. Which one will be correct? Here the correct option will be affective domain. What is affective domain? The affective domain involves our feelings, emotions, and attitude. This domain includes the manner in which we deal with things emotionally. Okay. Next question is, which one of the following is the best method of teaching? lecture, discussion, demonstration, or narration? Which one will be correct? Here the right answer will be demonstration. It is the best method of teaching. What is demonstration? In my previous question, I have discussed that the demonstration method of teaching is a method in which we teach, we communicate with an aid of visuals, okay, such as flip chart, poster, PowerPoint, and we go through step by step process. Okay, now come to the next question. Greater the handicap of the students coming to the educational institutions, greater the demand of the family, society, teacher, or state. So here the right answer will be teacher. Okay. Greater the handicap of the students coming to the educational institution, greater the demand of the teacher. Which one of the following is considered a sign of motivated teaching? Student asking questions, maximum attendance of the students, pin drop silence in the classroom, or students taking notes. Which one will be correct? Please try to answer. ऐसे जो क्वेश्चन है वो हमेशा पूछे जाते हैं यूजीसी नेट एग्ज़ाम में, उनका ये फेवरेट क्वेश्चन है एंड इसका आंसर जो होगा वो स्टूडेंट आस्किंग क्वेश्चंस, ऑप्शन नंबर 1। जब क्लास में स्टूडेंट और टीचर का इंटरेक्शन होता है, स्टूडेंट क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं, तभी ये समझ में आता है कि स्टूडेंट्स जो टीचर ने पढ़ा रहे हैं वो उसको समझ रहे हैं. It is a kind of lively classroom and it is a sign of motivated teaching. Okay. Dyslexia is associated with mental disorder, behavioral disorder, reading disorder or writing disorder. Please try to answer. So here the right answer will be reading disorder. Dyslexia is associated with reading disorder. आपने वो तारे ज़मीन पे पिक्चर देखे होंगे, जो तो उसमें जो चाइल्ड होता है वो डिसलेक्सिया से सफरिंग होता है. ओके, he is suffering from dyslexia, which is a kind of reading disorder. Okay. Identify the category of evaluation that assesses the learning progress to provide continuous feedback to student during interaction. Okay. Options are placement, diagnostic, formative or summative. Which one will be correct? Here the right answer will be formative evaluation. Formative evaluation. Okay. Formative and summative evaluations are a favorite topic of UGC NET. So please keep in mind that what is formative and what is summative. Formative evaluation is a type of evaluations which is conducted by teachers during the learning process. So please keep in mind that it is a kind of evaluations conducted by teacher during the learning process in order to modify teaching and learning activities to improve student attainments. Formative evaluations कब होता है? During the learning process. जब टीचर पढ़ाते हैं और उस समय जो प्रोसेस होता है, उस समय जो एवल्यूशन की प्रोसेस होता है वो क्या होते हैं? फॉर्मेटिव एवल्यूशंस. और समेटिव एवल्यूशंस क्या है? Summative evaluations is a kind of evaluations which try to find out student achievement at the end of course. और summative evaluations क्या है? जब हम फाइंड आउट करते हैं कि स्टूडेंट ने क्या अचीव किया, पढ़ाने के बाद स्टूडेंट का क्या अचीवमेंट है इन द एंड, जब हम वो फाइंड आउट करते हैं तो वो क्या है? Summative evaluations. Okay, so please keep in mind always question asked from this topic. So now come to the next question. What are required for good teaching? Diagnosis, remedy, direction, feedback. Which one will be correct? Please try to answer. Here the right answer will be option number A. Diagnosis, remedy, direction and feedback. All are equally important for good teaching. Okay. Which of the following attributes denote great strengths of a teacher. Okay, which one will be correct? Full-time active involvement in the institutional management, setting examples, willingness to put assumptions to the test, or acknowledging mistakes. Which one will be correct? Such type of questions we can solve by elimination method. एलिमिनेशन मेथड के थ्रू ये इस तरह के क्वेश्चन हम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. ओके, जो ऑप्शन नंबर ए जो है वो रॉन्ग है. फुल टाइम एक्टिव इन्वॉल्वमेंट इन द इंस्टीट्यूशनल मैनेजमेंट, ये कभी भी टीचर की स्ट्रेंथ को डिनोट नहीं करता है. तो ये ऑप्शन नंबर ए तो बिल्कुल गलत है. तो जिसमें भी ऑप्शन नंबर ए है, जिस ऑप्शन में भी ऑप्शन नंबर ए है वो बिल्कुल गलत होगा. ओके, तो हियर ऑप्शन नंबर ए आर इन ए सी डी जितने भी ऑप्शन है उनमें ऑप्शन नंबर ए है जो कि बिल्कुल ही गलत है. सो ऑप्शन आंसर विल बी ऑप्शन नंबर बी. ओके, so setting examples, willingness to put assumptions to the test, acknowledging mistakes, these all are right options. So option number B will be the correct answer. Okay, now come to the next question. What are the characteristics of continuous and comprehensive evaluations? Continuous and comprehensive evaluations के characteristics क्या हैं? So options are: it increases the workload on students by taking multiple tests, it replaces marks with grades, it evaluates every aspects of student, and it helps in reducing examination phobia. Which one will be correct? This question also we can solve by elimination method. So here we can see that option number A is very wrong, quite wrong. It increases the workload on students by taking multiple tests. It is not the characteristics of continuous and comprehensive evaluations. Now come to the next options. It replaces marks with grades. That is right. It evaluates every aspects of students, also right, and it helps in reducing examination phobia. It is also right. So here the option number D will be the right answer. Okay, B, C, D are right, but option number A is quite wrong. So such type of question we can solve by elimination method also. Okay, now come to the next question. Which of the following factors does not impact teaching? कौन सा फैक्टर्स है जो कि टीचिंग को इम्पैक्ट नहीं करता है? लर्निंग थ्रू एक्सपीरियंस, टीचर्स नॉलेज, क्लासरूम एक्टिविटीज़ that encourage learning, or social economic background of teachers and student. Which one will be correct? This is very easy question. So here the option number D is correct. Socio-economic background of teachers and students does not impact teachings. Okay. The main objectives of student evaluation of teachers are to gather information about student weaknesses, to make teachers take teaching seriously, to help teachers adopt innovative methods of teaching, or to identify the areas of further improvement in teacher traits. Which one will be correct answer? So here the option number A is wrong. To gather information about student weakness is wrong. So here the right option will be option number B. B, C, D are correct answer. B, C, D are correct. To make teachers take teaching seriously, to help teachers adopt innovative method of teaching, to identify the area of further improvement in teacher's trait. A good teacher is one who inspires students to learn, give useful information, explains concept and principles, and give printed notes to students. Which one will be correct? So here the option number A is correct. Inspires students to learn. A good teacher is one who inspires students to learn. Okay. Next question is, achievement tests are commonly used for the purpose of assessing the amount of learning after teaching, making selections for a specific job, selecting candidates for a course, or identifying the strengths and weaknesses of learners. Which one will be correct? So here the right answer will be option number A, assessing the amount of learning after teaching. अचीवमेंट टेस्ट जो होता है वो किस लिए यूज़ किया जाता है, किस पर्पस से यूज़ किया जाता है? असेसिंग द अमाउंट ऑफ लर्निंग आफ्टर टीचिंग, कि टीचिंग के बाद स्टूडेंट ने क्या असेस किया, कितना लर्न किया, इसके लिए अचीवमेंट टेस्ट होता है ना. सो कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Which of the following is the highest level of cognitive ability? Evaluating, knowing, understanding, or analyzing? Which one will be correct answer? So what is cognitive ability? Cognitive domain which relates to how the brain process information and thought. हमारा ब्रेन कैसे इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोसेस करता है और ये कैसे सोचता है, इस डोमेन को क्या कहते हैं? कॉग्निटिव डोमेन. हमारी जो लर्निंग और टीचिंग की जो प्रोसेस है वो सारा किस में आता है? कॉग्निटिव डोमेन में आता है. तो ये पूछ रहा है कि विच वन इज़ द हाईएस्ट कॉग्निटिव एबिलिटी. ओके, अकॉर्डिंग टू द ब्लूम टैक्सोनॉमी द हाईएस्ट कॉग्निटिव एबिलिटी इज evaluation. So here the right answer will be option number A, evaluation. Okay. Now come to the next question. Please do like and subscribe the channel because it will motivate me to bring another useful video for you all. Next question is, which of the following factors affect teaching? Choose the correct code to indicate your answer. Which of the following factors affect teaching? कौन सा factors है जो कि teaching को affect करता है? Please check the option and try to find the correct answer. Okay. Please check the option. Here all options are correct except option number 3, teacher's biographical data. Okay. So such type of question we can solve by elimination method. So here the option number A is the correct option, correct answer, because in B, C, D option number 3 is included, which is not correct. So the right answer will be option number A. Okay. Which of the following set of statements reflects the basic characteristics of teaching? Okay, select the correct alternative from the code. So basic characteristics of teaching क्या है? Which of the following set of statements reflects the basic characteristics of teaching? Select the correct alternative from the codes. Please check the option and try to find out the answer. Okay, here the right answer will be option number B. Teaching is related to learning. Teaching is a task word while learning is an achievement word. And one may teach without learning taking place. Okay, so right option will be option number B. Next question is, which of the following learners' characteristics are likely to influence the effectiveness of teaching aids and evaluation system to ensure positive results? Okay, please check the options and try to find out correct answer. Learner's family background, age and habitation. This is a wrong option. Learner's parentage, socio-economic background and performance in learning of the concerned subject. This is also wrong. Learner's stage of development, social background and personal interests. This is also wrong. So here the right option is option number D, learner's maturity level, academic performance level and motivational dispositions. This is the correct answer, option number D. The purpose of formative evaluation is to grade students' learning outcomes, accelerate student learning performance, check students' performance graph, or provide feedback to teachers' effectiveness. Which one will be correct? So here the right answer will be accelerate students' learning performance. We have in my previous question I have talked about formative evaluations. So what is the purpose of formative evaluation? Accelerate students' learning performance. Okay. Which combination of methods of teaching is likely to optimize learning? Okay. So please check the question and try to find out correct answer. Here the right answer will be interactive lecture sessions followed by buzz sessions, brainstorming and projects. Option number C is the right answer. Moral values can be effectively inculcated among the students when the teacher. Which one will be correct? When the teacher frequently talks about values, himself practices them, tells stories of great persons, talks of gods and goddesses. Which one will be correct? So the option number B is correct answer. Moral values can be effectively inculcated among the student when the teacher himself practices them. Okay. The best method of teaching is to impart information, ask students to read books, suggest good reference material, or initiate a discussion and participate in it. Which one will be correct? So the best method of teaching is to initiate a discussion and participate in it. Okay. So option number D is the right answer. For an efficient and durable learning, learners should have ability to learn worldly, requisite level of motivation worldly, opportunities to learn worldly, or desired level of ability and motivation. Which one will be correct answer? So here the right answer will be option number D, desired level of ability and motivation. Okay. For an efficient and durable learning, learners should have desired level of ability and motivation. Right? By which of the following methods the true evaluation of students is possible? Evaluation at the end of course, evaluation twice in a year, continuous evaluation, or formative evaluation. Which one will be correct answer? Here the correct answer will be continuous evaluation. By the continuous evaluation method, the true evaluation of the student is possible. Okay. The aim of value education to inculcate in students is the moral values, the social values, the political values, or the economic values. Which one will be the correct? So here the correct option is the moral values. The aim of value education is to inculcate in students the moral values. Okay. Now come to the next question. Which of the following qualities is most essential for a teacher? He should be a learned person, he should be a well-dressed person, he should have patience, or he should be an expert in his subject. Which one will be correct? So here the right answer is he should have patience. Okay. So the most essential qualities of a teacher is he should have patience. Although he should be an expert in his subject, but most essential is he should have patience. Next question is, a teacher is said to be fluent in asking questions if he can ask meaningful questions, as many questions as possible, maximum number of questions in a fixed time, or many meaningful questions in a fixed time. Okay, so here the right answer will be option number D, many meaningful questions in a fixed time. Next question is, when some students are deliberately attempting to disturb the discipline of the class by making mischiefs, what will be your role as teacher? Okay, so here the right answer will be option number D, giving them an opportunity for introspection and improve their behavior. Okay, so right answer will be option number D. Next question is, suppose a student wants to share his problems with his teacher and he visits the teacher house for the purpose. The teacher should, स्टूडेंट जो है वो अपना प्रॉब्लम्स टीचर से शेयर करना चाहता है और वो टीचर के घर गया है, तो इस बारे में टीचर को क्या करना चाहिए? So please check all the option and try to find out correct answer. Okay, so here the right answer will be extend reasonable help and boost his moral. Okay, टीचर्स को हेल्प करना चाहिए और उसके मोरल को बूस्ट करना चाहिए. Okay, so hope this video was helpful for you all. So please like, share and subscribe and hit the bell icon for latest notification. Stay with archana@jareb.in. Thank you.